You walk down the street, you see gang members, you see needles on the street. He announced that we were going to, the US, designate the Mexican cartels as a foreign terrorist organization. Now, I don't know if that's the best idea. We're going to see American families getting killed. We're going to see US soldiers getting killed on American soil.
Hello, my friend. New podcast episode number 3, I believe, my friend. This one is going to be a bit shorter because ain't nobody watching us for now. Like we can say a bunch of crazy stuff. We can be crazy. We can be
Jew,
homophobic,
Jew,
racist,
Jew, Jew, Jew.
misogynistic.
It's about getting the
Yes.
reps in, man.
Yes. Let me just. Doo-doo-doo. Can I increase the volume anymore? 1 second. Um, I think I can. All right, that's fine. You just have to speak louder, Mr. American, even though you're sick or whatever.
Yeah, I need to get like an audio mixer, bro. Okay, is this better? I'm
Yeah,
holding it.
that's all right.
Okay, sweet.
Oh. First topic of the day is
Inauguration, bro. USA.
inaugurate.
We
Yeah,
are
yeah.
so
First,
back.
Trump has been sworn in.
Yes, yeah.
That's funny.
Yes.
Let us hear your take, my friends.
Okay, well, one of the big things that he did was announce, my bad. He announced that we were going to, the US, designate the Mexican cartels as a foreign terrorist organization. Now, I don't know if that's the best idea. Even though it is probably the best option, it's still a sticky situation because that means war here in America. We're talking special operations missions against cartels here in the US. Now, again, it's going to be really shitty, right? We're going to see American families getting killed. We're going to see US soldiers getting killed on American soil. But I don't really see any other option because it is destroying our country. We had
I mean,
200,000 fentanyl deaths last year.
you told me you live in New Mexico, and there has been a lot of problems with the people living there and the crime rate and all of that. Like you literally told me some barber got shot in the head, like down the block or whatever. And that's great. I would love to live near and have some action, but at the same time, very risky. Huh?
Yeah, the gangs and the cartels are completely out of control here in Albuquerque. You walk down the street, you see gang members, you see needles on the street. Yesterday, I went up to Albuquerque to run some errands with a few of my family members. The first place we stopped was a Goodwill thrift store, right? We get out of the car, we see a needle on the ground. Walk a little bit further, we see a human shit on the floor, a human log. Someone just walked up, dropped a log in the parking lot, and
That
then
is
dipped out.
perfect.
But
I've never heard
it's
the best combo. Imagine just
if I had
having a
to,
regular lifestyle and just like being like, oh yeah, the city I live in is like filled with people that do drugs on a regular basis. So it's like it's all right, it's fine.
bro, it is
Camera,
absolutely
of course.
terrifying because they put this shit in everything, right? Drug dealers, they say, yo, I have this whole batch of, let's just say, methamphetamine, right? Got a whole big batch of meth. What I could do is I could sell all this and I could make a little bit of money, all right, not super amazing profit margins, or I could cut it with fentanyl. Fentanyl is dirt cheap, insanely cheap. I could cut it with fentanyl and I could make way more profit, but all of these people are going to be getting fentanyl. And what happens is like say you buy like a vape, right? Just a teenager buys a vape, doesn't really think a lot of it because it's just nicotine, right? Not a big deal. If they take a hit, it's fentanyl. Whoa, now they're addicted. Now they
Ah,
go back and then they end up on the
is
street.
that a thing?
Yeah, dude, they put fentanyl in everything.
Oh, shit. There is no
People,
way to.
yeah, people don't start smoking fentanyl. They start with like a vape or like hitting a crack pipe and there's fentanyl in it. They get addicted and then boom, they're on the street.
Dude, it's not as bad here, but I heard, isn't South Auckland
Yeah, it's
kind of that
like everywhere you go. You can't walk at night
you
and
can't walk at night?
yeah, by yourself. By yourself. Even in daytime by yourself.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
You ever been there?
Albuquerque, you can't walk by yourself at any time of the day.
You walk outside, it's just like Warzone, fucking Call of Duty, GTA fucking 6. Dude,
Dude,
what the fuck?
it is kind of funny though, to be honest with you. It's terrible because those are people's kids. But you drive through there and people are doing the
Yeah, yeah.
goofiest stuff, bro. Goofy. They're selling toasters to buy more drugs. They steal gardening
Wait,
equipment.
selling toast, dude, that is another level of dedication, dude.
I I don't know if I know I've told this story to you, Basile, but I don't know if I've told it on the pod. I was working at an apartment complex. We were doing some, we're building a fence, we're painting the fence. Some guy came up to me and he tried to sell me a hedge trimmer. Completely random. It's like, yo, bro, you want to buy this? I got this right here, man. I'll give you a good price.
Damn, bro. Random.
That is fucking crazy, dude. Like, it's like, it's like when like a broke person like struggles to get money to pay for rent, but instead of paying for rent, they're getting drugs. It's like, hmm, yeah. Imagine getting that obsessed about making money, but not to pay for
Well,
drugs.
they do have a spirit. Like if you wake up in the morning and you're addicted to fentanyl and you say, okay, I need to buy $40 worth of fentanyl by the end of the day, it's happening no matter what. There is no other option but to buy that fentanyl. And they
Dude,
make it happen.
I think most people that join the real world need to have that kind of obsession, like the drug addict obsession of making money because they're broke as shit. And it kind of develops over time, right? Like for myself at the start, uh, dude, it's almost been like 4 years now.
Oh, yeah.
Um, I used to be like doing like shit, nothing. Like I used to be like so bad, so like not confident in my own abilities. I was like kind of blinded by the fact that I was fucking incompetent. And it's the fact that I've put myself in like so many different like situations now, and like I've gained confidence through my own abilities. It's like it makes a huge difference when you're like speaking to a client and you need to be the person that they believe, and you do a certain kind of like and you do it in a certain way. It makes it so much easier to convince them like, ah, yes, this is the person that is going to solve my problems, right? Like the number of times I've walked into a business and just because I carried myself differently than like your regular salesy marketer that wants like 5K for a website, um they say like, oh, that's interesting, like he knows what he's doing, you know.
Yeah, well, I feel like if you had the mentality of a drug addict when you're trying to sell, you would make a lot more money, right?
True.
Those guys will go up to you and ask you for money, and they will not stop until you have given them money. They'll do
Dude,
anything.
speaking about addictions, one of my I had a flatmate recently who is an he's an alcoholic. So in his brain, he has to drink alcohol for like to feel good. And it's like, dude, first off, I don't know how the fuck you get to that point. Second, what? And dude, like I don't understand. Like he used to tell me, like, dude, I would steal a button if I didn't have the money. I'd find a way to get my like fill of the day. It's like, dude, what?
Crazy.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what the laws are like in Auckland or in New Zealand in general, but here in the US, you can steal from Walmart up to $1,000 and they won't do anything.
That's fucking stupid.
It's actually
I've
cheaper
I
for
haven't
them
looked
to
into
let you
that,
steal.
but bro,
Yeah, you can. What's crazy is that when you steal over $1,000 worth of stuff, they won't just like catch you at the door, right? They have these cameras in the parking lot. They have cameras everywhere, but they'll take
yep.
your license plate, or they'll, if you don't have a car, they'll get what you look like. They'll report it to the police, and then the police will come to your door. They'll knock, boom, boom, boom. Where are
Yeah.
you hiding the Walmart products? Are you harboring any Walmart products? Like they're
Dude,
looking for Jews, bro.
that makes sense. Like, I don't think even if like you're starving, it is good to steal. Like if it's against the law, I don't think it's good to do it either way. Um, there like I think um Tate talked about this. He said something along the lines of you can rain dance and like make stuff happen, even though like you're a nobody or you don't have anything, you don't have any money, you don't have nothing. You can do a bunch of actions that get you closer. Like if you actually like think about it like a sane human person, uh, I think you can really just do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, true.
If you were broke and you had zero money and you had to get food somewhere or another, I think you would find a way other than stealing.
Well, it really depends, right? It depends who you are. Because if you're a
Yeah,
military age man, you're fully able-bodied, you can work, but you choose not to, and you're stealing food from Walmart,
yeah, that's
that's
true.
not good. But if you're like a disabled single mom on the street because her husband left her, if I see you stealing bread at Walmart, zip, bro. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, that's true. I think some people are, if you're able to do stuff, you have no excuse. But if you're like incapacitated or like you've been left to die on the street by your family or I don't know, I would if I had the money I would pay for your food, dude. Like like some people just don't really deserve it,
Yeah,
but
that's definitely
some do.
true. But you have to be careful because there are some people that are disabled and like weak
Yes.
that will use that
You
as an
know something
advantage.
crazy in Paris and in France when I was back there were a lot of like gypsies and migrants. They used to like do this like kind of aikido to steal money from people even though they had money. So what they did was they would um give you something, like they would like give you something and force you to take it, and then they say, "Oh no, you have to pay, you have to pay," even though like you didn't want it. Like it's like, dude, fuck off, like leave me alone.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
there
scams
were
get
like
creative.
there's a lot in right next to the Eiffel Tower. There's a bunch of people doing that.
So what do they look like?
Um,
The Eiffel Tower.
they just they scam you.
All right, I think I
Do they look
lost you
like a
there.
certain type of like
No,
restaurant?
they look
All right,
like
back.
poor.
Oh,
Can you hear?
Yeah, we're all back.
Okay, so these people kind of dress like in like ragged clothes and stuff, and they look poor and they look like mega poor, and they look like they have no money, but they have money. They're just like asking like, oh please buy this, or please give me money for to buy food for my children. It's like, dude, I'm not your fucking husband. Like, go fucking ask him. Like, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, something that happens here where I live, it's it's incredibly messed up. It's homeless pimping. Like imagine a pimp, but instead of pimping women, they get a
That
bunch of
sounds
homeless
interesting.
dudes and they say, "Hey, you're gonna go beg. You're gonna go scam. You give me all the money and I'll buy you food and you could sleep in my van." There's
Wow.
this guy in a wheelchair that rolls around town. He, I guess you could say work. He works for one of these homeless pimps. He sleeps in his van. He begs all day, and then he just gives all the money to the pimp. It is messed up, dude. That is like some Nineveh type action, bro. End times.
Wasn't there that meme at some point of like homeless people fighting with knives in the street and like betting on them?
Oh,
Hey, if it
I
can
feel
make
like
you
that's
money,
in the
bro.
same vein. Like it's like oh yeah, kill that guy and I'll give you money. It's like what the fuck?
Yeah, here they stab you with a knife and they take all your money.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
They don't even want food. Like you give them food and they say, "No, I want money."
I feel like I feel like the UK is worse.
yeah, it's bad, dude. Yeah, I love
Like I
sad.
know somebody in like central London, like East London, and he tells me like, oh, I need to be careful outside because like there's people on scooters with like machetes and stuff. And it's like, dude, what the fuck is that, dude?
You know, I came back
Mobile
from
machete, bro.
South Africa.
Yeah,
Yo, that's bad. South Africa is bad.
South
Next
Africa.
level. I was there for like 4 weeks. I was near Durban. And then I saw this guy. He was like robbing houses.
Ah,
And then like we were trying to catch him, and all these people like grouped up the residents. And then like we were trying to catch him, and he was jumping like roof to roof. And then we got him, and then like pushed him off the roof, and then they started like beating him up with the axe and stuff. It was
Roof
messed
to
up.
roof is crazy.
that sounds a bit like
He was
gang violence.
yeah.
Like,
He's Jason Bourne. He's got a
yeah, what the
grappling
fuck?
hook. That's kind of impressive. If he's hopping like from
Yeah,
house
it's,
to
it's
house,
mad.
Yeah.
you can't really
Think
get
I've
mad at
heard
that
about
guy.
that in South Auckland, like somebody was doing that.
Yeah.
They were robbing houses, like they basically like were scouting houses out just to see if there were people, and
Mhm.
then if nobody was there, they would break in and just take everything.
Yeah.
Like I think I know a guy that lives in what's it called? South Carolina, and his entire house got fucking stolen. Like the inside, all of the furniture, all of the stuff put into a van and just fucked off.
That's
Like
a long time.
he got to his house and like there was like nothing, dude. Empty house. It was
That's
like,
great.
bro,
I must have a lot
They
of fun
stole his
they
there.
whole
didn't even
house, bro.
leave like they didn't even leave the couch for him to sleep on. Took everything,
That's
dude.
crazy.
Like took his computer, took his fucking TV, took everything, dude.
Took the food as well.
Yeah, dude, everything.
Well, the thing about crime is that I would prefer living in a neighborhood that's full of organized crime, like the mob, because they at least have honor. Like my
Yeah,
house
that's
was robbed
fucking
on
true.
Christmas Day, bro. When I was a youngin, when I was a little kid, these guys broke into our house on Christmas Eve. They stole my dad's truck, all my mom's jewelry. They took everything, dude. On Christmas.
Oh
They have
shit.
no
Yeah,
honor,
some
bro.
people have like some people are just like literal like scum of the earth, don't care, no value.
Yeah. It's great.
At least if we had like a mob,
I
at
mean,
least
it's
it would be
smart.
safer.
It's super smart. It's like the Vikings attacking while people are praying at church. It's the same thing. It's like yeah,
Like they'll kill you and your grandma while you're out drinking a coffee at Starbucks, bro. If it doesn't matter where they see you. If you're with your kids, if you're with your mom, your grandma, bro, they'll just pull up and, boom, dead.
yeah. That's fucking rough, dude.
It's great.
Well, at least in the UK, they only have knives, right? Here, everybody has guns.
Yeah, it's
And
a bit
What?
more risky,
Yeah.
a bit
yeah,
more. I
and all these
Have you
guns are
been
sold
robbed?
illegally, like black market.
I've never been robbed. I think
Is he?
did you have you ever like been by somebody?
Well, it depends, you know, not like knife to the ribs, barrel, but I've had
Yeah.
somebody come up to me and say, "Hey, give me your necklace." And I'm like, "What?" You know what happens, right? If you don't give them the necklace, they're gonna kill you. They're gonna run you down. You don't want that, right? A necklace is not worth your life. It's not worth the beef that you're gonna get. Just hand it over. And they were pretty cool after that.
I mean, if he asked like, "Hey, dude, do you have some money?" I'd say like, why would you need it? And if they give a good reason, I would give them the money, you know? It's
Bro.
like you don't have to rob somebody for like a $5 necklace that is worth like fucking nothing.
Yeah, I was at the high school that I used to go to. It was just in the courtyard at lunch. No honor, bro. And it was like $5. I got it at some
Oh,
store on discount. It was like
dude.
plastic and steel.
Yeah. It's like why, dude? Like why not like just like rob a jewelry store when you're fucking at it? Like just fucking do that instead. Like much bigger profit margins. I mean, I think a lot of them like they don't have like a brain or like a very small one. Because like if you're willing to risk your life to steal a $5 necklace, I think you're pretty fucking stupid. Um,
Yeah, well, I think they prey on that, right? They say, hey, it's probably only worth a couple bucks. He won't mind handing it over. If he doesn't, I'll just, jump him.
like, bro, nah, yeah,
Craziest part though is that these people, these gang members, they don't really rob small businesses. If there's like a grocery store like Walmart, right? They'll rob that.
yeah,
But like a local jewelry store owner, they won't touch him because they know he's got an alarm system and a gun. So if you break in the
yeah,
door, he's just gonna shoot you. It happens all the time,
dude.
except for
One
that
of the
one barber.
crazy, when I was back in France and I was like in my like apartment, like that was pretty big. Do you remember or no?
Yeah, I remember that.
So right down the street, on the corner of the block, so like less than 100 meters or like 100 like feet, um, drug dealers like selling, the laughing gas
Nos.
Ah, no.
and
Yeah,
like
Galaxy Gas,
tiny
bro.
little
Oh
like
yeah.
lead
Yeah.
like thingies
They
like
put in
Wait, is
balloons.
that
They put in
illegal?
yeah.
balloons. Yeah.
Is that illegal
It
where you guys
is, it
are?
is. And I like every month we'd have the cops show up at least 3 or 4 times and they would get like destroyed and like gone into jail. Like their entire like apartment block was like destroyed. The glass, like the windows in the front were like shattered.
Oh,
People were just like it was basically like a drive-through, but for drug dealers. Like people would show up with their car like this and they would buy the drugs and then they would fuck off. And that's the kind of thing I would have to deal with when I just stepped outside of my apartment. So that was really, really cool.
At least
And
the cops cared, you know?
the cops cared. I think the cops liked the fact that they were doing it because it gave them an excuse to come and fucking do something because
yeah.
ain't nothing happening in the town I was at. So, dude, it's just like shitty to have to do that kind of like surveillance on those kind of people because they're just like we said earlier, like they're people that don't have any money, they don't know shit, and they're just like there's like one guy that decided to become a drug lord, and then everybody like gets raised around them, and then they get introduced to the ring, and then
Yeah.
that's their education. It's like it's great, like I feel like people should have a better more of a chance to like for their education to like have something for themselves. Like if you're raised in an area that's like I would say unfit for education, I feel like you should be moved somewhere else and be taught there because if you're being taught in an environment where people are just like committing crime on a daily basis, I think that doesn't like impact you in a very positive way. um I mean, personally, like people were dealing drugs like all around my fucking city, but um, I never wanted to take them. I never wanted to do anything with that, so I never wanted to. I never did anything with that, even though like it was like right there in front of me. I
Yeah,
think some people don't have like they're not born with the mental fortitude to resist, and so that's why we should help these people if possible.
100% true, man. Mental fortitude is a big part of it because the scariest part about Albuquerque isn't really the gangs. You might think it is, but the scariest part about
Mm.
Albuquerque is the random homeless people that are not affiliated. They don't know anybody. They have no family because they have
Yeah,
nothing to
yeah.
lose. And they would probably have a better life in prison, like 3 meals a day, a bed. And it's especially scary for the police officers, right? Police officers are just normal people that have a normal life that become part of the police force. And if you're a police officer and you have to deal with this guy who's selling drugs, you have to be careful because this guy
Yeah, it's not cool,
has,
dude.
yeah, he has nothing to lose. He could pull out a gun that he bought on the black market, shoot you in the head, go to prison, and be happy about it because he has a better life in prison than he did on the streets.
Yes, yeah. It's like,
Right.
so how much time do we have left for this episode? How much we are
Um,
we around the 30-minute mark, or
we
I
should
think
be
we are,
around that
no?
mark. I didn't note down the time we started, but
I think we started at like 10 before, I think.
yeah, so we should be closing in on the 30-minute mark here in a minute.
Yeah, cool. Any any wrapping up thoughts?
Um, stay safe, I
Stay
guess.
safe, dude.
Yeah,
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 always stay
especially
safe.
in America.
especially in
Exactly,
In
America.
man.
I
Mexico.
mean, with the whole stuff that's going on, I feel like it's definitely gonna be ups and downs, different compared to when Joe Biden was in like
Joe Biden.
sworn in. It's gonna be a little more active. Like it's gonna stuff is gonna happen.
It's going to be a lot harder because there's going to be a lot more competition, right? There's a lot more
Yeah.
American spirit in the air. People feel proud to be American for once.
Yep.
That makes it more fun.
Yeah.
I'm just
Dude,
grateful that DEI is going away. I don't want people to hate me because I'm white, bro. Like
dude,
I
that's
didn't choose
fucking
to be white.
retarded.
It is. It's just reverse racism, is what it is.
Reverse racism. Yeah, that's true. Well, good talk. Gonna have to settle on our time because it's not been very organized. We should set a time down every week and just do it like 30 minutes, like on the same time frame, and just post it at the same exact time every day, like every week. I think that would work
Sweet.
better.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm
All right.
gonna stop the recording. I'm gonna cut it up a
Yes.
little bit, make sure it's clean. I'll send it over to you. I'll log into the YouTube account on my device
Yep.
so that I could post the shorts, cut it up into shorts, post those. It was a great talk, man.
Cool.
Nice to meet you.
See you
Sweet.
around.
Nice to meet you too,
Ryan.
man. Stay safe.